My name is Stephen Norberg with Thunderbeast Rootbeer. Brew root beer here in Washington, D.C. I just started in October. And the niche that we go after with Thunderbeast is trying to make creative and unique kinds of root beer. I learned to make root beer a few years ago in my kitchen, and it was actually a little simpler than I expected. And the process for doing it commercially is pretty much the same thing, but on a larger scale. Right now when I do bottling, that's probably the most time-intensive thing that I do. And I start out by labeling the bottles. I have a custom-made label that I put on there. And then I bottle it with a machine that I built with a friend of mine, so I can do 4 bottles at once, filled under pressure, so they don't lose the carbonation. I load the bottles on, I purge them with some CO2, so it's full of CO2, and then I fill them all slowly under pressure to get the root beer to come up. It's not under pressure, it fills quickly and kind of sprays everywhere. The goal of my root beer is to make as complex of a flavor as possible, and so at the first sip you get a little bit of the maple up front, and then there's kind of an underlying basic root beer flavor, and then there's some butterscotch and honey, and on the aftertaste I have some botanicals like sweet birch and wintergreen. So I try and have as full of a spectrum of flavors as possible as you drink it. For me it would be obsession, passion, and sweet deliciousness.